Okay, the question was posed as to how to clean these coils. You never need to clean the coils themselves. Okay, and when I say that, I'm talking about inside the coils. Occasionally you'll have a service personnel, they'll tell you they ought to take it down and clean the coils. You don't have to take this down to clean the coils. It tells you that you do not go back to that facility. You may want to just ask them, are you sure you don't want to correct yourself? Take a look at it first, because you don't want them to do that. They will introduce errors. I've seen it too many times. These things are designed for easy access for the coils. The only place you're going to have to clean anything off the coils is on its surface, just behind this filter. And that's right here. Because every time you're drying a dog and this air conditioner is on, water is washing through that. All that water that you see running out on the ground is literally washing your coils all the time. What you'll usually find is a light layer of hair on this surface. So when you open up this filter and you see that hair, yeah, honestly, I wouldn't clean it unless there's a reasonable amount on it, because I'm getting cases of people doing too much cleaning, and when they clean it too much, then you don't have hair on that surface to capture odd things. So I have a customer right now who is using something different in her truck. Not sure if it's a wax spray, like Downy or something, but there's a wax buildup on her coils, and I've never ever seen that before. But she also cleans her outside filter every day. These outside filters should only be cleaned on the occasion, and technically they don't have to be cleaned off until your airflow starts to drop off. Now I'm talking about the filter, because that hair that's on the filter actually helps you filter more dander, so you don't get the dander in here in the first place. It's best to clean these coils every 6 months. If you need to clean the coils, all you do is if the hair that's on here is dry, spray it with one of my favorite, which would be Windex or water, just so it's wet. Most of the time, if you do this toward the end of the day and you've been using the air conditioner, this hair is going to be wet. So what you want to do is just kind of rub on the top of the hair up at the top, and it'll roll off down into like a long, skinny, almost a rope. And then about the time you get halfway down, most likely all of this is just going to fall off down in the bottom. You just pick it up and throw it away. That's all you need to do. Now, if somebody tries to tell you to do more, fine, do more if you want to, but be aware that you're most likely going to introduce an error or a problem, and it's not helping anything. Once we get this hair off of here, you're at full flow, and unless you see major amounts of buildup inside here, don't do anything else. Trust me on that. Okay, I get to see all the problems when people take these things down, and I went to a lot of effort to make sure we had a system design that would be easy to clean how it needed to be cleaned. And the coils internally, rarely, actually, I've only known one truck that's ever needed to, but she was, using some odd things and sprays, and tended to blow out dogs dry. In other words, before the bath, blowing out dogs, which is a very bad practice for your lungs. But that's the only reason I would ever see this. And plus, she was cleaning her filter too frequently, so it would not catch all that dander she was blowing out of those dogs before she bathed them. So keep that in mind. So generally for cleaning the coils, just rub it, not this way, down, and that hair will just roll right off. Now if it's dry, it won't do it. You've got to get it wet first. And then just roll it down from the top, because it'll just roll down with it wet. See how it just rolls down easy? And you won't damage the coils. Even with all that hair, notice how clean the inside of the coils are. And that's because water's always flushing through it while you're drying dogs. All right, happy grooming. Go handy. Coils themselves, okay? And when I say that, I'm talking about inside the coils. Occasionally you'll have a service personnel, they'll tell you they ought to take it down and clean the coils. You don't have to take this down to clean the coils. If anybody